Hello friends, in this video we will learn how to create drop-down list in Excel. In this video I'll explain you the entire process to create the drop-down list. I'll explain this process with the help of two examples. In first example we will create drop-down list for alphabets A, B, C, D and E, and in the second case we will create the drop-down list for all the alphabets from A to Z. So let's start with the first example for creating drop-down list for alphabets A, B, C, D and E. Before going towards the data validation or creating drop-down list, first we have to select the cell in which we have to create the drop-down list. So I want to create the drop-down list in this yellow highlighted cell. So first I will select this cell. After that we have to go to the data tab, and under data tools we can find one command as data validation. We have to click on this command, and now three options will appear: data validation, circle invalid data and clear validation circles. So out of this we have to select the first option, that is data validation. With this data validation dialog box now appears on our screen. There are three tabs available in the data validation, that is setting, input message and error alert. So we have to select the first tab, that is settings. Under validation criteria we have to select list under allow category, and we have to input our values under the source field. Now we have to create the drop down list for alphabets A, B, C, D and E. So we have to enter these alphabets manually one by one, separated with comma. Sorry. Once we end with the entering criteria, we have to just click on OK button. We can now see that the drop down button is now appearing on our screen. If we want to check whether our all the alphabets A, B, C, D, E are now appearing, if we click on this drop down button, yes, all the alphabets from A to D are now appearing under our drop down list. So this is our first example. Now we will see another example for creating drop down list for alphabets A to Z. In our previous example, we have created a drop down list for only one cell. Now here I have highlighted multiple cells. So we will create the drop down list for all these cells at a time. So what we have to do, first we have to select all the cells where we want to create the drop down list. Then we have to go to data tab, and under data tools we have to click on the data validation. Select first option as data validation. Now data validation dialog box will open. Under settings tab and under allow validation criteria we have to select the option as list. Now in our previous example we have entered source field manually, that is we have typed 5 characters A, B, C, D and E manually, but in this case we have to enter all the alphabets from A to Z. That means we have to enter 26 alphabets manually. This is very time consuming process. So we will use another trick to enter the source data. Here we have to click in this field, and I have already written alphabets from A to Z in separate sheet. So I will just select this data from this sheet. So we can see here our source field is now entered with the reference data, that is already which we have created in the reference sheet. Now we have to just click on OK button. We can see that drop down button is now appearing for all the yellow highlighted cells. Now we will check whether all these alphabets from A to Z are appearing in the list? Yes. From A to Z, all the characters or alphabets are now appearing. Now we can select any of the alphabet as per our own choice and in the respective cells. So we will use alignment options to make our data look attractive and in clean manner. So I hope you are now familiar with the process to create the drop down list. Instead of these alphabets A, B, C, D or A to Z, you can enter your own values and create your own drop down list. Thank you. Have a great time. I hope you enjoyed this video. If yes, hit like button and share with your friends. If you have any questions, suggestions or feedback, do let us know through your comments. And most important, subscribe to our channel and press bell icon to get notifications about our newly uploaded videos.